Indeed, we were able to measure your pre-employment combat abilities as well.
Oh, and what are your conclusions?
Allow me to preface this by saying that there isn't much significance in establishing this particular hierarchy of power on a linear scale. Like I said, you are all equally mediocre at present anyway, and...
Wait, there's plenty of significant plonker eating this all right hit. Got it. Well, gotta know who's the big boss. While this is but a speculation of the worst-case scenario, we must know which of us has the most right and authority to lead the rest of the sinners in case of our executive manager becomes, due to some unknown yet inexorable circumstances, unavailable.
Each of your replacements in that line you are standing in signifies that very order. You were so curious to know. I do not wish to waste any more breath on the subject.
There was a long, long silence. Then the sinners all simultaneously turned to look at the person standing in the frontmost position of the line. Ye sang! That's right, bitches. This has to be the longest, most awkward, most loaded silence I have ever felt ever in my entire life. I cannot wait to rub this in Honglu's face! You're saying it's the other way around, dipshit. Wait a minute.
Here, the sinner wielding that oversized lance is the one on the front of this line.
Not only are you so weak, this must be just a direct correlation to how poor you are. Oh, well, 'twas quite the bashful occasion. To be the center of such fervent attention of one such company. I wouldn't say fervent is the right word. Worried, maybe, babe. I shall be vigilant. No one seemed to have any objections or doubts about who the strongest sinner was, given the earlier event. On second thought, it appears that it would be best if we left this command to Ishmael, as we have done so far. Aren't we all forgetting something pretty important? That's just how the world works, Greg. No one remembers anyone between the first place and the last place, especially you and me, because our cantos suck. No, I mean, fellas, I wasn't even part of the list. Oh, were you not? Who bloody cares, mate? There's 12 of us. Some people just fall off the radar. Big deal. Just bloody get over it. Hey, you can't just disregard me like swatting a ray of fly. Come on, even Rodeo was included. Like, this isn't fair. Like, I guess somewhere around my level, probably. Or maybe, like, even Heathcliff's. Boy, don't insult me like that.
Oh, you're a sinner with the bizarre insectoid arm. We had no choice but to place you in the least favorite category of all researchers. Exceptions.
Faust.
In other words, you are a unique case that cannot well be placed in a Lister scale. To do so would be irresponsible. I'd say you carry a certain potential.
Yeah, that's a potential, isn't it? Oh yeah, does that mean that I could possibly also be first place if all goes well?
It could very well be the reverse, given the definition of potential.
Stupid.
As you must already know, the monolith here is a device that can force a distortion. It is scattered throughout the city, just like the golden bows. At first only in possession of the fingers and the syndicates in the back streets, to now being collected by companies both large and small and nameless, like a plague. The insects will be destroyed! We're almost done with the regular checkup. Finally, we have a chance for you to overcome an adversity based on what you've learned thus far, and for me to prove my hypothesis.
What hypothesis are you talking about?
No need to worry, my hypothesis has never been wrong, most of the time. This experiment is entirely my own design and supervision.
Oh god, this is gonna suck.
I will be the subject of the experiment myself.
You're going to distort yourself? Am I hearing you right? Oh, it's like Christmas.
Aren't you curious to see what kind of distortion you end up becoming? I'm sure this is a question you all have entertained at least once.
No, I ain't curious. It ain't a pleasant experience either. Trust me, I bloody know. What if you just end up turning into a peccatillum? You could like end up becoming a peccatillum, just like another one of the fodder we slaughtered on our way through like the tests earlier. You're like risking that.
It is indeed a possibility, but I'm way too grand for that. It would signify nothing more than my very own limitations. Just a mediocre shell. If such an incident comes to pass, these employees will transport me to a containment unit. We even made a bet on what kind of peccatillum I would turn into.
He bet on good, I bet on individuality, and on her big. Oh wait, I think that was the wrong person I just voiced.
The company would most likely attempt to transport me to a containment unit, but I disagree with that decision. I would like to ask you to dispose of me on the spot. I am well aware that I am not the kind of congenial person who earns others' favor at first meeting, if at all, so I also don't believe that our brief relationship has been the most amicable kind. Therefore, I see little reason why you would hesitate to cut me down. Not that you could, because I'm going to turn into an incredible anime villain. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
Holy shit, what is happening? I can see the colors!
Oh, he used to work at Lobotomy Corporation. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Good, it appears that I can censor these with my own will, at least to a degree. Your mission here is to classify my distortion, reach the end of the dungeon of the fathoms, and bring me back. Your mission, however, does not involve digging into my past.
We'll see through it with Dante's power, whether you want us to or not, you idiot.
You make a fair assessment. How about this then? If you are to see them anyway, allow me to save you the trouble and give you a quick rundown instead. Come visit me as soon as you finish watching my tale. This tale began with that man walked into my laboratory. Yes, I had a personal laboratory all to myself. One of the few perks of being an elite researcher.
Like, this guy's just telling the story however he wants to, isn't he? Mr. Hohenheim.
Let me think, I don't quite remember what he looked like. Something like this, perhaps. Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just here to thank you for picking me, some dude from the back streets, to work here. I heard it was you who made the hiring decision. I don't know how to put this, but you're the only one who saw me. What's the word? Yeah, my potentiality. Saw something no one else cared to look into before, you know what I mean?
But that had nothing to do with something so grandiose like his potentiality. A week does not hire people from the back streets for something so insignificant. All this information was never publicly available. Lobotomy Corporation's primary criteria was trauma. This horrible, insurmountable trauma were often favored by the company. And in an indirect way, it was only natural that they would begin to favor candidates who originated from the back streets. Your greetings are acknowledged, Jimmy. Now feel free to leave oh my god, your name is Jimmy. I have no faith in universal things like potentialities. I have faith in myself and myself alone. Besides, I'm not very partial to mathematical statistics. Like the probability theory, anyway. So I would like to keep both my right and left hands as my own. Have a nice day. I don't do sharesies.
Wow, know something about me?
I literally just insulted you. What are you, what? I'm from his Hall of Lobotomy Corporation for one.
You left us.
So I don't suppose you have any trouble hazarding what they're all trying to tell me, even as the words come out fragmented.
You left us.
Nothing but words of endless resentment.
You left us behind. Oh! The fall of the former L Corp. I remember that Miss Yuri told us. Oh, now I'm sad. This side's crumbled in an instant, trapping everybody into ruins. Because I clicked too fast and we skipped it. Oh, God. What is this absurd sound? The whole structure's squawking. What the hell is... Initiating site burial in 100 seconds. Any remaining employees must immediately evacuate the structure. Counting down. 95, 94. The escape houses surface are here, but there's only one seat left. They're saying that next to one's in 5 minutes.
Listen closely. At the risk of sounding rather callous, I must inform you that the chance of survival in cases of crisis such as this is usually granted only to a very small minority of those affected. Some who prioritize the fairness of this process may settle on primitive methods such as drawing lots to see who gets to escape. I don't really have time for this. We're burning seconds. Oh, God. And in more barbaric groups, the survival would be dictated none other than this rule of might. However, I am glad to find myself among those who are on the side of intelligence, so I make this argument as a suggestion before you. Compare yourselves, whose sole final purpose in life is clinging to your mediocre office jobs and making good on your debt payments. Than me, who has produced several groundbreaking epochal theses and the research results in at such an early age. Whose life, in your eyes, is of greater worth. Yes, and that is how this tale ends. The compound collapsed 9 seconds later. I left the employees in my department behind and boarded the escape pod elevator and survived.
Like, how could you? Like, even without a hint of remorse?
Wrath is a hideous emotion. I am here today only because I have always maintained a cold, rational head.
The L Corp branch with Hohenheim's Dungeon of the Fathoms begins to crumble. It almost appeared as though his heart was crumbling as well.
Well, now that it's over with, I invite you to come face me. The distortion. And the experiment will come to an end.
But just finding that defeating his distortion in a fight, I don't think that'll bring him back. I just know it. Like, I agree. Like, we're still in the deep waters here. Like, this can't possibly be all there is to it. We're at the entrance of Hohenheim's laboratory.
This may be my final order, Jinyo. Either suppress me and return safe and sound to where you come from, or fail the suppression. Place me in a containment unit and perhaps we can observe what happens next.
Dude, that's when Heathcliff suddenly strode forward.
Hohenheim. Oh, you. Did you still believe in that potentiality?
Were you not paying attention, you dunce?
I do. It's what keeps me going, because I remember things, and I remembered that potentiality thing from like 5 minutes ago. You only hire researchers from the backstreets, don't you? I heard it from earlier. You told me that you right pompous bloke. I'm using that street smarts thing right now. But thanks to you, they can plonkers continue to research. And wobbly believe that there might be things in the world. That's what's working towards.
Oh, something broke. I felt something snap.
All right, buddy. No more locker. See, that we're gonna just murder the shit out of you. Oh, he even has sanity. Oh, you idiot. Get synced, nerd. Oh, he's trying to animate nerd shield.
Yeah, I have the super shield that protects his everything. I am not God body. Oh my god. Is that a bullet? I didn't know you would bring actual guns. What is happening? This is bullshit. Oh my god, stop blowing my shield away. Did you just beat my clash? Well, you know what? No, I win anyway because I'm awesome.
You know what? Don't even deal with it. Just punch him to death. Don't even bother with the offset. Just raw damage his ass.
So this is the famous fluid sack of the LCB. It looks unimpressive, Faust.
Faust cannot believe this. Faust will show you the power of her sack. Got him.
The escape holes to the surface are here, but there's only one seat left. They're saying the next one's in 5 minutes. Look, I don't actually believe you hired me because you saw my potential or something like that. But I want to believe that you found the hope and potentialities because of me. Hope and anticipation we can make things better as long as we keep at it.
I can't leave you all behind. I can't just save my own skin not without everyone.
This is what a right-hand man does, isn't it? Take my potentiality you found and rise. Take it with you to the surface.
But you, Jonah, what about you?
Well, maybe next time, some other time.
Wrath is a hideous emotion, and now that my sad backstory is complete, my rise to anime protagonist is assured. That is why I did nothing at the entrance of that branch. Only remembering nothing more. Remembering the ones I've left behind. I can sense the Dungeon of Fathom slowly beginning to close.
Sometime later.
I've returned, safe and sound, as an animated protagonist does.
Welcome back, boss.
To be frank, I once wished to be someone like yourself, Heathcliff.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you stupid? Like, we don't want Heathcliff to be like Heathcliff. Like, come on.
Because it is not easy to put my faith in not in games of numbers, but in those slimmest potentialities of the world that it continue to exist like a true anime protagonist. I know it's not very befitting of a researcher to be so, but it is quite the romantic attitude for a human to embody, is it not? Well, the experiment is over. It was
A huge success, all thanks to us, right, babe?
No, it was a failure. I had established this hypothesis that the sole answer was to hold a firm belief in the self and nothing else. Had my hypothesis been correct, I would have remained a distortion. Thus, I would like to extend my gratitude to all of you. Thank you for making me fail. Now I'm gonna do it again. That was sarcasm, by the way.
Well, let us move on now. Mephistopheles is prepared to depart. Let's get away from this cringe-ass Nene baby.
Not only are you so weak,
This must be just a direct correlation to how poor you are. Oh man, what are you gonna do? Shoot me with your weak ass little bullets? Oh, that's what I thought. Oh, wow. It's fine. Maybe one day you'll be able to do something meaningful.